What's going on, everybody? John with ACTION-FLIX.com here. It is a Thursday, morning. It is around just a little bit past 10:30 Panama City time, my time, or 11:30 on the East Coast. It's a Thursday. Just waiting to pick up my daughter from school later this afternoon. So I was like, hey, let's just get on the air and just talk about some stuff. There's a couple trailers to check out. Nothing, you know, mind blow. I mean, we had the Deadpool and Wolverine trailer reveal this past Monday, so that pretty much eclipsed anything else coming out this week. So just got some other fun. We got one with Jennifer Lopez, which I heard of it, but I never really bothered to investigate it or research it. It's called Atlas. It's got to do with artificial intelligence, which is again a big brouhaha, that I guess that, because that was a big thing with the writer, the actor strike and everything. But before we get started, let's jock up. That's right, Schwarzenegger getting ready and deliver the manliest handshake ever heard or felt. Gonna do some splits. Gonna warm myself up and do a little dancing. Yeah, Mr. Van Damme getting down. Actually, that's available at Walmart. If you guys have been to Walmart, there's a steel book I saw yesterday. I was like, oh, I'll pick that up when I have some money. But so let's just do this. Okay, so like I said, not a lot going on. So I just wanted to check out some trailers. Like I said, I'm bored. Like I said, I'm doing physical therapy. I have another appointment tomorrow, and my shoulder hasn't recovered from the first one. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to try to negate my pain receptacles right now and just do a little action stuff. So first of all, I'm going to bring up my website at actionflix.com. We are your ultimate destination for your action fix. There it is. Yes. Doesn't it look marvelous? I like the way it looks. I've gotten a lot of compliments about it too. There's Jennifer. She's rocking the house, in Atlas. So we're gonna check out that trailer. We got our big Deadpool and Wolverine trailer reaction, which I did with my co-host Shane the Action Nerd Logan's on Monday. Did a little AVA Avengers versus Aliens that coming up. That sounds pretty damn cool. And then there's Day Labor. This movie's been kicking around for a little bit now. I actually put out the post today just before I went on the air. And it's the article I did last year. I did an article about this movie last year, and it was supposed to come out in November of last year, but that was not the case. And now it's coming out next week, May 3rd. So I just revamped my story that I did from last year and just, and just switch the dates. Hey, whatever works, right? So I got some comments there. Hey, Shane checking in. It was a fun episode. Yes, it was, Shane. It was a fun episode. Hope you're hard at work there, my friend. So yeah, so let's get started here. So let's check out Day Labor first. So I am a Amy Johnson fan. We all know Amy Johnson. She's a martial artist, actress. She's been in movies like Lady Bloodfight, and Accident Man. She probably stole the show in Accident Man. She fought Scott Adkins at the very end of that movie, and boy, was that one of the best fights ever. In terms of a man fighting a woman, because a lot of times, like when we get the the quintessential there's a guy, he's fighting, there we go. That's the one I wanted. Sorry. And we get the guy fighting the girl, even though if the girl's like this trained assassin and she's kicking his ass, but like the guy never really, he's like, oh, I'm not gonna hit you. I'm not gonna hit you. But this was an exception. Like Scott Adkins and Amy Johnson, like Scott Adkins was like, he was hitting her. I mean, in terms of movie fighting, I'm like, I'm sure they touched, a few times, but it's like, it wasn't like, it was like, full contact or anything, but it was a good fight in the sense that, Scott's like, this chick's kicking my ass. So I'm like, I'm going to beat her which he did, which was pretty freaking phenomenal. So yeah, so Amy's back. It's been a while since we've heard from her in a movie. So let's check out the trailer here. I'm going to brush it up here for you, and let's watch.
The way I see it, any illegal that crosses the border, well, they shouldn't be afforded the same rights as someone that was born here.
That's Corey Neiman. He's done a lot of comedy in the past. He's playing a scumbag.
To live, get back home.
Illegal aliens.
So we're gonna give you 22 hours. Get back to where you came from. We gotta get the hell out of here, or we're all dead.
What happened?
It's sport.
Pack up and go hunt some humans.
We're being hunted.
This hasn't been done before.
Welcome to the game of your life. See, y'all came into our great country illegally. I'm sure that took skill, cunning. Well, you're gonna need more of that today. Y'all ready to play hide and go seek?
Louis Mandalore.
You finish this now.
This land is my land, and it ain't made for you and me. Comprende? Well, we'll see you soon.
This is for everything I've lost.
There you go. Day Labor, which is from R. Ellis Frazier, who's worked with some pretty, notable action stars in the past. Gary Daniels, Michael Jai White. He's done a lot of indie action fare. Again, it's a Most Dangerous Game movie. I always say Most Dangerous Game because that was the initial story, of hunting humans for sport, which has been done. That's one of the action tropes that it seems to get done at least every year. So it's been done to death. I mean, it's like, different variations. You've had bigger budgeted movies do it as well as, smaller scale movies doing it. This one has the racial tension twist to it where, Corey Neiman plays a scumbag who hates illegal aliens crossing his border. So what's he going to do? He's going to round up some men that feel like he does and go hunt them. Why not? So again, Amy Johnson's in it. She's playing a federal agent. Louis Mandalore, who I put, is probably one of the hardest working men in Hollywood. I always say that about Frank Grillo because it always looks like I'm posting an article about Frank. It's actually been pretty quiet on the Frank Grillo front. Frank, what you doing? How about Hands of War with Isaac Florentine that you did? Let's get that movie released because I'm dying to see some footage from that, by the way. Yeah, but Louis Mandalore, man, he's been doing the action thing as of late, and this looks like okay. So again, I don't want to like I said, I want to check this movie out. And actually, I've been promoting it. Like I said, I've been promoting it for a few years now. I mean, since it, when they released a promotional. Well, actually, that's the same trailer that they released, way back. Excuse me. But as you can see, like we got Amy Johnson. She's front and center, and Louis Mandalore. But I think I think they're more or less like, they're like, the agents assigned to figure out what's going on. And I said in my article, I revamped my article. Like I said, because I did it last year and the movie didn't come out last year. So it's coming out now. So, what, my shoulder hurt. So all I did was just switch a few things around and I just, put out this. I'm like, here you go. Here's the one for May 3rd now, because it comes out on digital platforms and video on demand and DVD next a week from tomorrow. But I think there's a little spoiler. So Amy Johnson fans, which I'm a fan of. If you're a fan to see her kicking ass, I don't think this is that movie. I think this is more like just an acting gig for Amy. She's in it, but she plays a federal agent. But I mean, there's nothing in the trailer that shows us that, she's going to be, doing any fighting or anything, which I gotta say it's a bummer. I mean, it's a bummer. I mean, like I said, because she hasn't done anything as of late, in terms of action. So I was, she's always on social media, kicking ass and demonstrating her practicing and her techniques and everything. So yeah, so it's like let's get her making another full-fledged martial arts flick. I'm down for it. So yeah, so we got that one working for us right now. And then this next one I'm going to bring up here. Just give me a second. It's definitely got the best name of any action movie this week. So I'm going to bring it up, and it's a new indie movie called I'll Crush Y'all. I'll Crush Y'all. And the tagline, the tagline, as you can see, it's right there. It says, "Keep coming, bitches." And of course, bitches is, it's marked out because they don't want to offend anybody, but that's the tagline. So yeah, so it's I'll Crush Y'all. Yeah. That if that doesn't sell you on watching this movie, I don't know what was. Oh, Shane's got to go. He's like, gotta go. I'll catch you. Okay, catch you later, Shane. Like I said, don't work too hard. Talk to you later. Yeah, so woo. So I have not. So okay, here's the thing. I have not heard much about this movie. Here's some stills from it. That I got from the email. I got an email about this. Black Mandela Distribution has picked this up to release this in North America. And yeah, so I have not really heard that much about it. So I'm going to watch the trailer along with you guys. And we're going to go from there and just let me know what you think.
So we'll meet again next year, right?
No. You haven't understood. We are finished. Your probation is over.
I like the music.
You will be a free
Got that 80s
man.
vibe.
You can kick asses all over Spain. And then after a quick nap, you can take on the rest.
Okay, Dad. You know that kicking ass never brought me anything good.
I stayed here on Friday. A girl came in. She was asking for it. Man, she's bad-tempered.
I'll take down Monica.
This is my brother. Gabriel. This is Steph.
You haven't heard, right?
Heard what?
He was almost 90 then.
90 years old? Well, even more so.
Yeah.
I thought I'd drop by to offer my condolences.
Isn't it a bit late to wake a family up?
Who the fuck are you?
Move on and cut your face, man.
So it's dumb.
guess you only
but,
needed
it
me
doesn't,
for
it,
what we
it
got
doesn't look
today.
like
What
bad
in God's
stuff. I mean,
name
it
are
looks
you
like
talking
actually
about,
got actors.
motherfucker?
One of Tino's sons still lives there.
That looked like two briskets.
We got the training montage. Gotta love it.
Of course not.
That 80s music.
What's going
80s
on, Tenon?
montage.
Hey, Cheery.
My brother stole from yours and intended to hide the money in my house.
What cash?
Okay, listen up. You just have to grab the guy and beat our stuff out of him.
How much is it?
Steph said 15,000.
50,000, my ass. That's much more.
Everybody to their cars and follow Cheery.
What if it's an ambush?
What do you think this is? Home Alone, man?
Motherfuckers.
Don't let me fucking traitors, I'll kill you!
That's a one-bullet revolver.
Motherfucker!
If she's not worth, go and fuck her bad company.
What kind of a madhouse is this?
Others will be coming to take you down, you county piece of shit!
Let them come. Ekbo will crush them all.
Yeah. You gotta love it when the title's in the movie.
Surround the fucking house! Fucking get him!
Can you imagine? He getting you in a big trouble, like a bank robbery involving a shootout. Picture it.
Coming soon. Yeah. Woo. Got it. Does not look like fun. Like I said, it's dubbed, but that's okay. So let me read you the synopsis. Gabriel is a former boxer who lives in a village removed from the city with his father and his dog Pepe. Gotta love a dog named Pepe. Everyone knows him by the nickname of Torado, which he earned in his days as a boxer. And although he could still box, he prefers to lead a quiet life away from everything that led him to spend a few years in prison. For this, he has made several decisions, such as leaving his longtime girlfriend, La Monica, who was a bad influence, to start from scratch. But old ghosts always come back, and Toretto will have to deal with the situation the way he knows best. Fights. Yeah, there you go. I'll crush y'all. So yeah, I mean, it looks like a good time. So yeah, so it's I'm gonna butcher these names. I'm so sorry. So it's directed by Kiki Narcia, and it stars Mario Mayo, Diego Perez, Fabio Castro, Fernando Gil, Antonio Mayans, Raul Jimenez. It sounds like a baseball player. Anya Marquez, Lona Fleming. Yeah, so like I said, I knew nothing about this movie to begin with, but the trailer sold me. So it's like, hey, why not give it a shot? It's like, plus like they made the effort to send it to me. I always make sure that like when I get the emails and when PR people, send me the promotional stuff, that then I know they're seeking me out, and stuff like that. And, and there you go. So yeah, so that's I'll Crush Y'all, which, it's one of those where the past comes back to bite this poor man in the ass. Again, we've seen stuff like that before. And he's a boxer. So, you're going to fisticuffs and firepower. It's like, what else? What can go wrong? Right. So it's like, it looks like a good time. What am I going to say? There's a lot of profanity, dubbed profanity, and there's a lot of violence and a lot of brutality going on. All right. Now this one's a little bit more big budgeted. It's not coming to your local theater. It's coming to your local television screen, as it is Atlas, starring Jennifer Lopez and Simu Liu from who's Shang-Chi in Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. This movie I had heard about, and at first I think that Netflix released a teaser for a little while ago, but again, I wasn't really doing that much of anything, and so I didn't really. I was like, I'm not. I didn't really care. I'm sorry, but now they released the full-fledged trailer, and I have since released it when it came out yesterday, I believe. And it stars Jennifer Lopez, like I said, and Simu Liu, who's playing a bad guy. Looks like he's playing the AI that they're fighting against. But this one has the synopsis of Atlas Shepard. So Atlas is her name, a brilliant but misanthropic data analyst with a deep distrust of artificial intelligence. Don't we have all a distrust in AI? It's like, have you seen Terminator? Joins a mission to capture a renegade robot with whom she shares a mysterious past. But when plans go awry, her only hope of saving the future of humanity from AI is to trust it. So she basically has to team up with the AI to fight AI. And there's the poster for her, and it's kind of a cool looking poster. You got J-Lo in front of what looks like a huge transformer. And that's what she spent. That's what it looks like she spends a good deal of time in. She's in it. It's like Robot Jocks. Anybody remember Robot Jocks? That movie with Gary Graham, the late great Gary Graham. Oh my God, that such a good movie, and practical effects and everything. But this is not practical effects. This is all CGI all the way. So let's check out the trailer for Atlas, and we'll go and.
Good morning, Atlas. Time to wake up.
I'm awake.
Agent Atlas Shepard has spent years of her life hunting the artificial intelligence.
She's got gray hair. That's important.
Originally engineered to
Simu Liu. She's got history with them, of course. Sterling K. Brown's also in it. He's a good actor. Got some combat action.
If you really want to try to capture Harlan, you need me on that mission.
Of course, you need J-Lo on that mission.
Mayday! We are under attack.
Uh-oh.
What do I do?
Stop it!
Don't die.
Oh my God.
A Superman landing.
This planet is unstable and inhospitable.
Uh-oh, that's not good.
My name is Smith.
Is that really necessary?
Smith.
You're a computer program.
It's like Kip from Knight Rider.
No, I'm not.
No? What are you then?
I am a computer program named Smith.
No one likes a smartass Smith.
What are you doing now?
We don't have much time. Harlan's planning an attack.
Atlas, my primary protocol is to keep you alive.
2001 time.
I don't need your help. I don't trust any AI. Smash!
Okay, this is out of control. Atlas, this won't work if you don't trust me.
She doesn't want to trust you. Okay, she's gonna trust you now.
Let's do this.
Yeah, let's kick some ass. PGI ass.
This is what it feels like to be you.
This is what it feels like to be us.
It's beautiful.
Don't worry. We are simply the better versions of you.
If we don't stop harm, all life on Earth is doomed.
Doomed, I tell you. Oh, look at that.
Shit.
You're in my head, and the only thing you learn how to do is curse.
I'm an adaptive learner.
Okay, let's go.
Well, maybe he'll start singing next. There you go. Look at that. Woo! Yeah, throw that shit around. Okay. So there you go. That's Atlas. That comes out May 24th. What are you gonna say? I mean, okay. It doesn't look like a bad movie by any stretch of the imagination. I mean, like I said, it is what it is. It's Jennifer Lopez. You know, for people who want to see her skin, you know, are going to be disappointed because it looks like she's fully clothed and she's inside a AI robot for most of the movie. But you know, hey, maybe that's what she wants. You know, so that comes out May 24th. What can I say about it? It's Netflix. So Netflix takes a lot of shit. You know, a lot of people complain about Netflix. I enjoy Netflix. I'm just going to put that out there. Me and my daughter, Bailey, enjoyed Netflix. We watched Nailed It, the baking show where, they get people who aren't the greatest of bakers. We love we love to watch that show together. That's always a good time. But they got good movies on it. Foreign movies that you might not normally see. Regardless, they pick up a lot of foreign international action movies and stuff like that. So, I mean, sometimes they release like a Gray Man, which again, I didn't like a lot. I mean, I like Chris Evans and I like Ryan Gosling. It's just the movie itself. I mean, it could have been better in terms of how they handled some of the action sequences and stuff like that. The middle action scene on the streets was phenomenal. Holy cow! But other than that, but I can't wait for the Fall Guy with Ryan Gosling. Like I said, he's on my top list of this generation's next action stars. Yeah, so Atlas looks like, it looks like, you watch it, you're like, hey, that was okay, and then you move on. I mean, am I going to want to watch it again afterwards? I don't know, maybe, but, usually like with movies like that, I'm like, I'm good, and I move on. And unless, it's on some other time where I'm sick and I'm laying in bed and I can't move or something, I'm like, oh, okay, I'll watch it. But what are you going to do? Yeah. So, I mean, it is what it is. It's Jennifer Lopez and a big robot, like I said. So you got I'll Crush You All, which that looks like more fun than this movie, actually. And then Day Labor, which I think, again, nothing against the movie, but it's like if you want to see Amy Johnson kicking that ass, you're going to be disappointed. And again, I think there's a spoiler in the trailer. if you know what I'm talking about towards the end of the trailer, and like I think it was like they shouldn't have done that. But what are you going to do? I'm not the one making the trailers. So yeah. So, just a couple things to go over. I got a lot of good interviews up on the site. I got Eric Jacobus. I did last Friday. Talked to him for almost an hour. Good times. I have interviewed him before, so make sure you check out my previous interview with him, which is a written interview I did with him over the phone when I wasn't as high tech as I am now, and didn't have a podcast. I had interviewed Eric for Blind Side of the Game, which was the short film he did, which had the Zatoichi feel to it, the blind samurai feel to it, but set in modern day, and he plays a regular old blind man who's just really good at using his daredevil senses. And excuse me, I drank some soda, so I'm belching. And and has to fight a lot of people. So I interviewed him for that. And now, he has Contour that he dropped last Friday on his YouTube channel. That was the very first full-length feature film that he did. The action comedy Contour, and he had a special release. It was the uncut director's cut, if you will. He said that when it came out originally, it was cropped and stuff like that, so he was able to fix some stuff to it and present it the best way that he could. And then they did a Q&A afterwards, so that's up on his his website now. But I have the interview with myself and him talking about it, as well as talking about martial arts and movies and stuff like that. Then, of course, I have Brent Foster, who I finally got to interview. This was ongoing. Holy cow. Like I said, I interviewed Brent. Great guy. We all know him he played Wolf Taylor on The Last Ship, as well as starring with Steven Seagal and Stone Cold Steve Austin in Maximum Conviction. Well, I always have trouble saying Maximum Conviction when I'm on the air. But he starred in Maximum Conviction with those two. And then, of course, Force of Execution again with Steven Seagal. Has starred in, a variety of movies throughout. But he's got a new movie called Life After Fighting, which is his directorial debut. He's now a filmmaker. He's directing his own movies. He's going to be putting out his own stuff. He says it's going to have heavy action and heavy drama in it, and this one looks like it's definitely going to. So we talked for like 2 hours, like over 2 hours. Great interview. And during the interview, I had the exclusive of him giving me the posters for Life After Fighting, which you saw on the website. As since has been, other people have been putting it out there, but I had the exclusive first. I put my logo on it. I'm like, this is exclusive. So yeah, you saw it here first, the Life After Fighting posters. And we got in depth about that. So that was a good time. And other than that, not much is going on in terms of news. Like I said, I just wanted to do something, get on the air, just talk about the trailers that have come out so far, in terms of, action. And again, they look, and like Day Labor, can go either way. Like I said, once I watch it, I mean, I haven't received the screener or anything for it. And let me just say, here's the thing, because people are asking me about Boy Kills World, which comes out officially today. Tonight are the first showings, and then tomorrow it's officially out in movie theaters. And people are putting their reviews out, and so by the time I put my review out, it's going to be a moot point, because I have my daughter this week, and I'm spending time with my daughter. Like I said, right now she's at school, so I'm doing this, just to pass time, give myself something to do when she's at school. But I will not be able to see Boy Kills World until next week. And again, I'll still do a review for it, because it's one of the big ones that we've all been talking about. It stars Bill Skarsgård, who, again, just like Ryan Gosling, is kind of throwing his head into the action star ring. This with The Crow that he's got coming out in August. And I was joking on the show the other day. I was like, they need to release all the movies that I need to see for my enjoyment, for first and foremost, but also for the site on the weeks that I don't have my daughter. That, are you listening, movie studios? Every other week. So not this week. So starting next week, and then skip a week. And then you can release your action movies, so that way I can go see them. I got the Regal Pass. So, because I'm broke, and because I'm on disability right now, and it's like for $20 a month, you can go see you can go to movies like 4 times a day, just as long as they don't overlap each other in time. So like you could go see a movie, go out, and then like, okay, there's another one starting, go back in, go see another movie. And I did that the one day. And so yeah, I saw the Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare, which again, I got mad because it didn't make a lot of money. And again, yeah, I know they get released in Canada and in international markets for some reason. Lionsgate had some issues and stuff like that. So that's kind of killed that movie. And it's a shame, because I'd actually like to see them do another one with these, characters. Yeah, it was based on a true story, but they totally took liberties with it. But yeah, going back to the movies, but yeah, I could go, yeah. So it's like, I was all ready to see Boy Kills World. And then I looked at the day and I was like, damn. I was like, okay, I gotta wait till Monday. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, like I said, I don't get paid, like Boy Kills World's not paying me to do a review, so I don't care. If you want to wait to see what I have to say about it, by all means, it'll be out next week. I drop my daughter off next Monday morning at school, and then she goes back to my ex, and then I will go see the movie. I will go see unless something else happens, and I got physical therapy. I forgot to check my physical therapy appointments because they gave me a bunch of physical therapy appointments. Hopefully it's not Monday. Please don't be Monday because I want to go see this movie. And and again, I don't read other people's reviews when it comes to movies. Some I do, but for the most part, I don't, and I always wait for judgment in terms of what I think about it. So yeah. So real quick, let me just go down the line. I've actually done. I mean, and a lot of people ask me like, "Hey, John, when you going? Like, when you doing like reviews and stuff like that?" And I'm like, well, it is what it is. I do reviews when I can or when I see the movies and stuff like that. But reviews are hard to do, especially nowadays, like with my shoulder issue, because typing's hard. Sometimes I do it on my podcast, but I like to write. If you know what I'm saying, I like to write and I love to do, the written word because I feel I can express myself better. Not that I don't have fun doing the podcast and stuff like that. But yeah, so like right now on the website, I got a host of interviews, a host of reviews that I've done. So of course I have the Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare, which I did. Spoiler, I loved it. Rebel Moon Part 2, The Scargiver. Spoiler alert. Sue me. I liked it. Was it great? No, but I was entertained. So I don't know what else to say. Civil War, which is a movie that's been very controversial. A lot of people have panned it in terms of like saying like they didn't like the way it was made, in terms of the Civil War aspect. I liked it. It's a Civil War. It's the second American Civil War seen through the eyes of journalists. And it was haunting and there was a lot of nail biting moments in it. So yeah, Monkey Man, of course, which another phenomenal movie. Dev Patel's directorial debut, which again tanked at the box office, and I knew it was going to because it's a hard movie to watch. There's a lot of accents to it. Because they're all Indian actors and everything. And no offense, but some of the times it's hard to hear what they're saying. With their accents. And it's just a hard movie to watch. And I knew it wasn't going to find an audience, so it's already on digital. So if you missed your opportunity to go see it at the movie theater, it's already out on digital. Of course, we got Godzilla X Kong: The New Empire again, just fucking awesome. It's like I said, it's a popcorn crunching ferocious summer good time. What are you gonna do? And like I said, again, people have complained about it too in terms of Godzilla and how long he's in it, and was he King Kong's backup? I totally disagree with that. I don't think he was his backup. I think King Kong could do it and is like, hey, I need your help, and Godzilla was the savior of the movie. That's my 2 cents. Then we have The Painter, which is a movie that slipped under my radar. A very good action thriller. And again, it had the assassin / agent who has to protect a young girl type, trope to it. Again, that's been done 1,000 times in the past, but the action was well done. The acting was well done. Another good movie. Of course, you have Roadhouse. Enough said. Air Force One Down, which is a surprise action hit of the year. Catherine McNamara is great to look at, and she kicks a lot of ass. And then we got one of my picks for top movie of the year, Land of Bad. Just freaking phenomenal on so many levels. They just, oh my God, such a good job with this movie in terms of the story, the acting, and the action, which is unrelenting, and it just hits you in the face. Then we got Lights Out with Frank Grillo and Scott Adkins. Again, could have been a little bit better, but I still enjoyed it. Then you got Dolph Lundgren in Wanted Man, a throwback style movie. And of course, One More Shot with Scott Adkins, which was a great movie. The Beekeeper, again, there's my other take for best movie of the year. And then Blind War, which came out of high earlier this year. The Bricklayer. And of course, The Expendables 4, which was my last review I did back in September. And then, of course, my life went kaput. And then it was all the way until The Bricklayer, where I finally did another review. So enough of that. But yeah, so I've done a lot of reviews on the website recently. And again, Boy Kills World is going to be the next one, unless I, watch something at home. Because, Bailey does go to bed. So, I do watch television. So maybe I'll catch something on the television set and review it. But Boy Kills World's the next big one. And again, mine's going to be super late because I can't go see it until next week, which I'm fine with. I mean, it's not like it's Deadpool and Wolverine. Like if it was Deadpool and Wolverine coming out, I'd be like, all right, I got to find a way to go see this movie. But I mean, not that I don't want to go see Boy Kills World. Like I said, this is one of the action movies that we've been all been waiting for. And, when the trailer came out, we were just like, yes, this looks kick ass. And a lot of people are saying that it is. And Bill Skarsgård does a good job. I'm hearing that Andrew Koji again is kind of misused. I mean, he in terms of action. I mean, I hear that he does more than he did in Bullet Train, which he didn't do anything in Bullet Train. But now again, I'm hearing that he's underutilized, if you will, which is a bummer. I mean, I don't know. I don't get it. I mean, it's like you got Andrew Koji. I mean, it looks like he's doing a great character, but have the man kick some ass. But so I'll see for myself, when I go see it. And it just looks like a totally batshit crazy movie. If anything, you gotta love how he doesn't talk and the video game voice that he uses the video game voice of the last arcade game that he played, as a way to communicate. That's how the movie gets across what he's thinking and everything. So that right there offers up a lot of comedic moments, I'm sure. But so be on the lookout for my review coming next week when I finally go see the movie. Let me just say one other thing here. I don't know, like if anybody's noticed. I'm just gonna scroll down here. On the sidebar, you can see that I put a thing for donations. And I'm going to start putting them at the end of each article. It costs money to do a website. I say it all the time. It costs money to do this. I mean, and I do it bare bones, let me tell you. I mean, there's people out there, God love you, that are able to spend exasperate amounts of money to do the editing and the video editing and the fanciness and everything and all that stuff. I would love to do it, but it's expensive enough to have the website as it is and then doing the StreamYard and everything. And I am on a budget, let me tell you. So again, I don't make money from this website. I mean, I do periodically from ads, and let's just to show you, like right now, a month of ads gives me like $3.47. That's what I make from ads right now. So and then you don't get paid out until you reach $100. So I think I'm currently sitting somewhere at $36. So and then sometimes people pay me for content where I get people who like want to do articles, which leads to that has sharing links to companies and stuff like that, and then I make some money that way. But I this is me, that I do this because I love it. So again, donations and tips are appreciated. So if you feel inclined, and then some of you people have in the past have supported me, and I thank you. So again, I just throw it out there. It helps. Like to get some help. And like I said, I love doing this. This is my therapy. And this has gotten me through some pretty hard times as of late, let me tell you. And I've told you guys all about it. I'm not going to harp on it anymore. But yeah, this is, like I said, everybody's like, go talk to a therapist. I tried that. It didn't work. I just wanted to reach through the screen and strangle the person. No offense to the person, but they're just like, I'm like, you know what? Shut up. I'm like, you don't know me. But this is my therapy, like doing this. And then, like I said, when I'm doing it, like when I'm watching a movie or like when I'm writing an article, it's a distraction. It's a good distraction. Like I'm not thinking about anything else about like that, what I'm doing at that point in time. So yeah, so you click on it, you could do, like, it gives you options, and then you could either do another amount, and then when you donate it, I get it. And again, any donations are accepted. I'm messing around with the idea of doing subscription based services for the website. A lot of people do that, where they do content where only people that have a subscription can see the stuff, kind of like a little special something, like like maybe like it's an art, like it's a like a review or something, or interview or something, that you can only see like if it's based on a subscription based service. But I gotta do something, like I said, because like it's expensive, and like I said, times are tough, let me tell you. And I'm trying to get back to work, and I'm trying to deal with this shoulder, and it just sucks, let me tell you. So again, this is my therapy. Like I said, right now I'm waiting to pick my beautiful, wonderful little 8-year-old daughter up from school. And then we'll probably go to the trampoline park again because we go every day. And again, that's the other thing, along with the movie theater, and I was like, what can I do with my daughter? Because I live in Panama City, right? And you think, hey, that's great, because like if you live here, there's a lot to do, and there is, but it all costs money. It's like, what can I do with my dog? And then I'm sitting there at the table at I'll give them a plug. Just Jump. It's the trampoline park in Panama City Beach, and I see the advertisement on a napkin dispenser. It says, hey, $19.95 a month plus tax, and you can bring your child as many times as you want for 2 hours a day. I was like, okay. So here's me. I'm like, that's awesome. I'm like, it's $19.95 a month. I can afford that. And she loves it. She loves going there. She loves doing her thing and everything. I can't unfortunately do anything because of my shoulder. So I just have to basically sit there and watch her and, have fun that way by just watching her, which sucks because I want to jump around on the trampolines too. But she wants to go every day. It's hysterical. I go pick her up from school, right? And it's on the way back. It's on the same road. So when I'm driving, I'm like, where do you want to go, Bailey? She's like, Just Jump. I'm like, of course you do. They know me. I'm like, I don't know if, like, for all you out there that know Cheers, Norm from Cheers. I'm like Norm from Cheers when I go. Plus, I'm the guy in the sling. So they all know me. They're like, hey. And then the guy there is like, tell me, hey, we got a summer camp coming because I'm there every day. I'm like, oh, that sounds good. I'm like, well, how much does that cost? But yeah, so I'm doing that with her too. So I'm going to pick her up today, and guess where I'll be around, 2:30 Panama City time. Just Jump. So there you go, everybody. All right. So again, nothing spectacular coming out today as of yet. I mean, let me just browse the internet here as I have you guys with me. We got the Exorcism trailer coming. Russell Crowe, that hit, but that's a horror movie, but I'll check it out. Not a lot of other really action related stuff going on right now. Like I said, I just peruse the internet. I check my email, see if anybody sent me stuff. But other than that, not much is going on right now. So I'm gonna call it a day. So like I said, I just wanted to do something just to pass the time, distract me, waiting to pick up my daughter, and just talk to you guys. I checked out some trailers with you guys. Hope you had fun. Again, Deadpool and Wolverine, that was the trailer of the week or of the month. And I love, I always say I'm going to hang up and then I start talking about something else. I love Kevin Feige, and I talked about this on the reaction. Oh, and again, my apologies if you go back or if you watched it live, or if you go back and watch the trailer reaction video for Deadpool Wolverine, there's no sound in the trailer. Why? I don't know. I mean, who knows? There might have not been sound when I was watching these trailers when I was watching them. If there were, great. If not, I'm sorry. But hey, maybe that's why I didn't get blocked by Disney, because there was no sound in the trailer. So I said, maybe that's a good thing. But again, we saw the visuals, and Shane and I were talking about it, and we talked about how great it is and how we can't wait to see it. So yeah, so that, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what happened. But maybe that was a good thing, because last time I did Star Wars: The Acolyte, they were like, your video is blocked, and I had to take the whole trailer out so that way it could get put back up on YouTube. I mean, I know it's Disney and everything, but it's like, don't you guys want promotion? Even if I was a huge billion-dollar corporation, I would still want people promoting my stuff and talk. We talked excited about it. Like, we're like, we're jazzed. I'm like, it looks great. It looks like Hong Kong style Star Wars action. But Disney was like, nope, take it off. And I'm like, okay. So I did. But it is what it is. So like I said, I never know what's going to happen. That's why, like, when I was doing the trailers, I shared them in the little screen, because that seems to work too. Like, it's like, oh, it's a little tiny screen. So whatever. What are you going to do? But yeah, that's what happened with Deadpool and Wolverine, and I apologize. But that's not like you can't go back and watch it with the sound anyways. Plus, you probably watched it 20 times already like I have, and you have it memorized. But going back, I love Kevin Feige. Like I said, my main pet peeve nowadays is because of the internet. I miss the 80s when you didn't see trailers until you went to go see the movie in the theater. a movie in the theater, then you got to see the trailers, and then it was like a surprise, like, oh, here's the trailer for such and such. Or if you rented a VHS tape from the local video store, then they had trailers at the beginning. Now with the internet, it's like they release 4 or 5 trailers for the same movie. It's like you don't need 4 or 5 trailers, and it gives the movie away. It shows everything. By the time you go see the movie and you sit down with your popcorn and your soda, it's like, I've seen all this before. It's like, why am I watching it? Why did I pay money to go see this? I could have just waited for it to come on streaming. But I love Marvel Studios. The one thing they do, like the first trailer for Deadpool and Wolverine didn't show Hugh Jackman at all, except the end you saw his shadow and the claws come out. And then the second one, you got to see Hugh Jackman, but it was just him and Deadpool and Ryan Reynolds interacting back and forth. So yeah, so it was just enough, and then that was it. So they're not spoiling any. I mean, they showed the big giant Ant-Man dead body that Cassandra Nova was using for a base of operations, which is out of the comics, by the way. And of course, everybody's picking the trailer apart, with Easter eggs and this and that, which is great and everything. But I don't have time to do that. I go around and look for stuff, but then I see what other people are saying about it. But it just looks great. And Kevin Feige, hopefully they don't show any more trailers. That's it. Please don't bring out any more trailers. That's all I gotta say. So again, there you go. That's the weekly Intel bonus episode on this Thursday in lovely Panama City, where it's already in the 70s. And I'm going to go pick my daughter up and spend some time with her. So until next time, be kind to one another, treat others as you would want to be treated, and just talk action, baby. Let's just, have fun and talk action and just have a good time. Like, go see Boy Kills World. If you're able to see Boy Kills World this weekend, God love you. I hope you have a good time with it. I'm going to go on Monday. I'm going to check it out and then finally write my review. So be on the lookout for that and a lot of other good stuff coming up. All right. Until next time, take it easy, everybody. And I hope you have a great weekend. So bye.